How to be happier.
Building new oxytocin circuits.
Build on proxy trust. Social trust is hard to create, so people often use proxies. Animals, crowds, and digital friends are proxies that can stimulate good feelings of social trust without the complications of human bonds. The oxytocin is less than with live personal contact, of course. But proxies can expand the foundation for future trust. Proxy trust is comfortable because there's less risk of disappointment. Animals don't betray you, large crowds don't judge you, and digital friends are always available. Direct human trust always comes with the risk of disappointed expectations and feelings of betrayal. Those bad feelings build circuits that fire when you think about trusting again. Your neurochemical alarm bells ring and your brain presumes there's a good reason. But if you give up on direct interpersonal trust, your brain feels that something is missing. And it is, oxytocin is missing. Start with small steps that don't trip your alarm. Every time you feel good about an animal, a crowd, or a digital relationship, tell yourself, I am creating this good feeling. It may sound silly or self-centered, but knowing that you are creating it gives it a chance to grow. There will always be reasons for distrust to grow, so a source of balance is precious. Notice your trusting feelings from any source for 45 days, and you will build a foundation that can ignite more.
Place stepping stones.
Maybe there's someone you want to trust, but you can't bridge the divide. It's good to know you can build trust with a long series of very small interactions. Individuals or groups with an unfortunate history cannot always wipe the slate clean all at once. Intermediate steps build trust gradually. The stepping stones can be placed so close together that neither party risks a big betrayal. Each step need only create positive expectations about the next step rather than resolve the whole problem. Each small experience of trust stimulates the good feeling of oxytocin, which connects neurons that help trigger more. Divorce lawyers use this strategy to help a couple reach agreement. You might try it with that person who is ruining your life. Initiate a very small interaction, and if that proceeds without disaster, do it again. The goal is not to trust blindly and get disappointed. The goal is to build positive expectations. Coexisting without trust is bad, but getting burned again is worse. So instead of taking a leap of faith with that crazy neighbor or the coworker who stabbed you in the back, you can find steps that are comfortable. For 45 days, craft reciprocal exchanges that build stepping stones toward trust with difficult people. You can't predict the results since you can't control others. But you will expand your sense of control over the trust bonds in your life. This is hard work, and it may not feel good in the short run. But in the long run, it builds confidence that you can do something about those thorns in your side. You might start by just making eye contact with that person who's making your life difficult. The next day, you could comment on the weather, and add a smile the day after that. It could take a week to build up to a shared chuckle about traffic, and even that may stir up bad feelings that are curiously strong. But you will continue making neutral contact, neither venting anger nor rushing to please. In 45 days, you will have built a new shared foundation. You may always need to limit your trust in this person, but you will be able to relax in his presence the way gazelles relax in a world full of lions.
Be trustworthy.
Oxytocin works both ways. When other people trust you, it feels good whether or not you trust them. You can enjoy more oxytocin by creating opportunities for people to trust you. Handle this strategy with care. You do not want to be the rescuer of everyone you know 45 days from now. Your goal is simply to feel the pleasure of another person's trust for a moment each day. Of course, you can't force other people to trust you, and it may take more than a moment to extend yourself in ways that build trust. Do not spend a lot of time seeking approval. Simply honor your commitments, and then pause to enjoy being a person who honors her commitments. It may sound self-important, but the circuit it builds is the foundation of future trust. So plan to honor your commitments scrupulously for 45 days.
Create a trust verification system.
You can practice the old adage trust, but verify. Monitor results. Count your change. Check up on people. That may sound harsh, but verifying makes it possible to develop trust with strangers. If you're too nice to verify, you get stuck inside the safe harbor of people you already trust. To venture beyond, you have to interact with people whose trustworthiness is unknown. By trusting and verifying, new trust can grow. If you do it for 45 days, you can't predict what others will do, but you can build confidence in your ability to extend your trust circle. Instead of being confined to the niche where you can trust everyone, you have a tool for taking controlled risks. Do not grow your circle by trusting people who are not trustworthy. The goal is not to trust as an end in itself, but to gather information about good places to trust. You succeed whether or not the other person shortchanges you, because you build trust in your own verification plan. Celebrate that each day, whether your trust is rewarded or disappointed. Natural selection rewarded those who fanned out from familiar turf. In the animal world, young males are often ousted from their natal groups, or they leave on their own initiative because they're excluded from mating opportunities. They experience huge cortisol stress when they leave their trust networks for parts unknown, according to excretory samples taken in the wild. This stress intensifies when a new troop rejects them. But the seekers don't give up. They keep trying to build trust bonds, because it feels great when they succeed.
Get a massage.
Massage stimulates oxytocin. You don't have to spend a lot of money to have a daily massage. Here are some other options. Start a reciprocal exchange with a massage buddy. Build the skill in a community education class so you can absorb the enthusiasm of your classmate. Try self-massage, which is surprisingly effective, too. The Qigong self-massage technique requires no special strength and it's easy to learn from a video. Once you create the habit of stimulating your oxytocin in this way, it's a pleasure you will always have available.